April is National Poetry Month. Joining us in the studio is Marty from the Peter White Public Library to tell us how the library is celebrating this. How are you doing today, Marty?
We're doing great. It's early, but I'm awake and I'm here, so yes.
Yes, thank you for taking the time to come in on this early morning and tell us about what you guys are doing. It's called the Great Lakes Poetry Festival, correct?
Yeah, this is our 4th year of doing this, and it's gotten bigger and better every year. We have 2 headline poets coming in. One is Kim Blazer, who was the Wisconsin Poet Laureate a couple years ago, for a couple years. And then we also have Jeff Cass, who's coming up from Ann Arbor. He just released a new book. I'm really excited about this. It's a book of poems based on Marvel origin stories, Marvel superhero origin stories. So we've got lots going on, and we have poetry events sprinkled through the month, this month, yeah. Yeah,
and so you said it's the 4th year you've put this on. You know, why did you want to do something like this to celebrate a month that's all about poetry?
Well, you know, I'm a poet. I've served 2 terms as the UP Poet Laureate, so poetry is in my blood. So when they hired me 5 years ago, foolishly, at Peter White, I told them, you're going to get a lot of poetry, and this is what we are doing this month. There's other things obviously going on at the library besides poetry events. We have some great concerts and other programs, but my focus this month is all about poetry, and we've got some great stuff coming up.
Say somebody, you know, doesn't know a whole lot about poetry, they haven't been experienced with it as much. Would you recommend these to people who don't know anything about it?
Oh, absolutely. Tomorrow, Friday, we have a documentary about Billy Collins, who, out of all the poets that I can think of, he is the most approachable poet. People love Billy Collins. He's sort of, whenever he publishes a book, and this never happens with poets, but it always ends up on the bestseller list. So you rarely see poetry on the bestseller list. Billy Collins is one. So if you want to find out about Billy Collins, that's at noon tomorrow in the community room. So, but we have things. I always tell people, if they say, I don't like poetry, or boy, I hated poetry in high school or whatever, I always tell them it's because you haven't met the right poet. You have to meet your poet, and then you'll fall in love with poetry.
Right, yeah, and it sounds like you'll have plenty of different options for people, you know, throughout this whole month, especially during the festival part.
Absolutely. We even have a poet coming up Friday of the festival. The festival starts in earnest on April 21st and runs that whole week. And on Friday of that week, which I believe is the 24th, it's early, but Friday of that week we have Cindy Hunter Morgan, who is a Michigan notable author, a great poet, coming up to do a poetry workshop. So if you have always wanted to write poetry, this is open to anybody, experienced poets and people who've never written a single word of poetry. And that's really exciting too, that we're going to have Cindy up here doing that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Marty?
Yeah, we have dinner and a movie during that. Cool. On that Wednesday of that week, we're going to be showing a great film starring Adam Driver. Everybody loves Adam Driver. And it's called Patterson. So you can just bring your dinner. We're going to have tables set up in the community room, and it's just a time to sit and have dinner and watch a really great movie. And I'll guarantee you, if you come to that movie, you might learn to like poetry if you don't like poetry.
Excellent. Yes, let's take a look at some of those details. It is April 20th through the 27th. Their events are free to the public, correct? Yes, and the Peter White Public Library is located in downtown Marquette. There's so much information on their website, so check it out. It's filled with everything you need to know.
Absolutely, and like I said, if you don't like poetry, it's because you haven't met the right poet. Come and meet me. I'm a poet. You might like me. Who knows? So, you know.
Excellent. Yes, thank you so much, Marty, for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. This has been a pleasure.
Yes, and we'll be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.